So we take you to 391 BC.
For context, this is 400 years before Jesus.
These Italian folks are like, what if we put on a mask and improvise in the streets? Wouldn't that be really funny to everybody?
These Italians are looking around and they're saying, we don't have TV to watch. Almost nobody can read yet.
They do farcical improv in the streets with masks, and everyone goes nuts. All these Italians are going freaking hog wild.
Oh my
for
God,
it.
there's something for me to
This
look
is so
at.
funny. Everyone's got masks on and they're doing behavior.
Life is so boring on a micro level
You
right
crack
now.
it up.
I can finally talk about something because these people are pretending in masks in the streets.
Playwrights and directors like develop these stock characters that they kind of use that they can return to. These are the ones that are working.
These guys, they got Dawsonus, the humpback crafty cheat.
And he's walking around being like, oh, my back is so lumpy, and I'm cheating everybody out of everything.
But in a crafty way.
And then we got this fella, this Hercules fella. He's like a money collector, and he's going around being like, give me a couple bucks, give me a couple bucks.
I display them at home.
I put them
in
on my
case.
shelves and whatever, and everyone come look at my collection of money.
So then the Romans are like, that was so funny that we can't do that for like 400 years. Let's put a pause on that. That's it for improv for a while. Until 1st century BC, it's coming back around, repopularizing, but this Emperor Tiberius, he's like, fuck this. People are laughing, but I'm not laughing, and if I'm not laughing, it must not be good because other people can't be smarter than me.
So he collects all these senators. He's like, senators, you've got to intervene and do something about this improv stuff.
Senators, we can't let people have fun in the streets.
So the senators, what do?
Banish them.
Get out of here,
If you're going to be rude to our boss, the emperor. So for 1600 years, it was
we lost pretending.
We lost pretending.
It was gone.
Pretending was a thing of the past.
So one day, an Italian guy shot out of bed and said, "What if improv's an IP that we can reboot?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'll call it Commedia dell'arte." Same thing out in the streets with masks and all these improvisers being like, "Look at me, I'm pantomiming.
I'm doing this." I'm like, "Whoa, what?"
Whatever. But now all of this, I mean, that we give this credit for all the stuff that happens now in improv.
Thank you.
Right. So this takes us to the mid 20th century. Viola Spolin
Viola Spolin. We're talking Mount Rushmore of improvisers here, folks.
She starts doing these game workshops and working with the Compass Players, which is the country's first improvisational acting company, which is founded by David Shepard and her son, Paul Sills. And they're the first professional improvisational acting troupe.
And these guys are like, what if theater was fun?
Take a load off.
Take a load off. David Shepard says, I want to create theater that would drag people off the street and seat them not in rows but at tables and give them something to drink. Take a load off. Everybody's so serious about in theater right now.
And that takes us right into 1959. After the end of the Compass Players, Paul Sills and some friends founded a little theater called Second City.
And shortly after that, they started their first training center. So they're now teaching performers and artists some of these techniques that they had developed.
And it freaking worked because of that program and workshop, we get all the original SNL people.
Everybody. You're talking Chevy.
You're talking Gilda.
You're talking Belushi.
You're talking Jane Curtin.
Dr. Bill Murray.
So the whole original gang.
The list goes on and on. For decades, 70s, 80s, 90s, Second City is the driving force behind American comedy voice.
Where's improv today?
Everywhere, baby.
It is everywhere.
Name a city.
New York.
It's there.
Holy crap. Los Angeles.
There for sure. Bustling improv communities in Denver and Austin, Texas, and here in Detroit. I've been able to perform in festivals in Pittsburgh and Baltimore and Chicago and Omaha. It's taught across the world.